Hey everybody, it's Jason Blah here. Now that my two obligatory informative videos are done for the day, it's time to talk about current events in the online fitness community. And for those of you who don't like these type of videos, you saw the title of the video when you clicked on it. I do two informative, non-drama, non-current events videos every day. Go watch those. Let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about Vitaly. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but a bunch of people asked me to cover this because I already covered his transformation, and let's just call that what it is. It was a transformation. It wasn't natty. And I broke down the reasons for that in the other video. We don't need to rehash that. Go watch it. It's easy to find on my channel. Do a channel search for Vitaly, and it'll be the only other video with his name on it. So it won't be much that pops up. It'll be easy to find. But a bunch of people asked me to cover this. They're like, he's saying he used supplements. What do you think? You should jump on that, Jason. People asked in my comments. They asked on my Facebook fan page. So I jumped over to watch it. And I was prepared to talk to you guys about how supplements don't work and he's just shilling for supplement companies. Well, it turned out he's promoting something besides supplements. But I was going to do this whole spiel about how, look, if you see any difference on supplements, it's placebo. Because even one of the biggest supplement shills in the world, Dr. Lane Norton, has actually said that all he's ever looked for in his research is just hoping to get a 0.5% advantage. That he would consider that to be a successful supplement that could be marketed that was worth money if it just gave a 0.5% advantage. And those are hard to find. Well, you wouldn't notice a 0.5% advantage. Even a 3% advantage of 3% more muscle gain or 3% more fat loss, you wouldn't see that in the mirror over the course of 6 months or a year. You wouldn't notice it. You would need equipment, sophisticated equipment to measure it. You're not going to see it in the mirror or the scale. That's how little that is. I was going to get into a whole spiel about that, but instead, he holds up a bunch of pro hormones. Even worse, they're overpriced and he is pimping them because he's got a discount code, which means he's going to get a cut. I actually went to the website and they were completely out of stock. He just put this video up. So that means that his subscribers have already bought out their entire inventory. They were out of stock already within a day. So yeah, he's making money off of it. And I want to jump into this for a second because this is a guy who has previously admitted to gear use, right? We've got it in an interview. He's admitted to it previously. Now he's claiming he's natty, but he's going to go use these pro hormones. Let me explain how this works. For those of you who are new to the iron game, a lot of his followers are, you wouldn't be following this jackass looking for workout advice if you had 5 or 10 years under the barbell. Can assure you of that. So you're noobs if you're even following him. Let me explain how this works. Anybody who has ever used the real deal, there is no way they would play with these pro hormones. They wouldn't touch them. Number one, they're weaker if they work at all. If they work at all. Two, they oftentimes have, on a dose per dose basis, way more side effects, way more toxicity than even the illegal stuff. Number three, they cost more. So they're harsher on your body, usually lesser effects, and they cost more money. And so again, anyone who's used the real deal and has access to it is never going to touch this stuff. I promise you, he didn't. He didn't. And the crazy part, when I looked at the situation, he says, all natural. It's natural. I go look at the names on them. 19-norandro-3 was the name of one of them. Anyone know what 19-norandrolones are? In other words, they stole a direct chemical name from a prescription-only, felony to possess without a prescription, anabolic steroid, stole almost a direct name and changed it slightly at the very end. That would be nandrolone, or nandrolone decoinate, street name decadurabolin, or just Deca. I'm sure you guys have all heard that name. Extremely powerful anabolic that is injectable. That's what they named their supplement after, one of the three in their stack. And they all had names like that, andro and stuff in the names. So it's all pretending like it's steroids. Now here's the kicker. I listened closely, and it sounded to me like he's taking double the dose they recommend when I went and looked at what they recommend you take. So I'm not sure if that means you've got to take the amount that they have for sale to use his dose, if that's 1 month worth or 2 weeks worth. But even at a month worth, it's $250. $250. But then he gives you like a 10% discount code. That's over $200 a month for a supplement. I'm sorry, anabolic steroids don't even cost that much. And I'm not promoting illegal activity, because I'm going to say to most of you guys, you shouldn't be using this stuff anyways. You shouldn't, if you're not ready for real gear, and you probably aren't ready for real gear, and the majority of people will never be ready for real gear, stuff I talk about a little bit on my Patreon instead of here, then you're not ready for this other stuff, because it is harsh. They can claim whatever they want, but these pro hormones, they always put these claims, oh, it's non-toxic, it's this, it's that. Usually they are. They're usually more liver toxic, more hepatotoxic than even anabolics are most of the time, particularly pro hormones. They're notorious for that. And what happens, they sell these products until the FDA cracks down on them and they pull them off the market. This is a scam that's been going for like 20 years now. But the fact of the matter is, of what they are charging is astronomical, and then he's getting a kickback on it. So he's actually going to make money off this. He went and did the real deal, did a transformation using the real stuff, and then he's going to pimp these products. And of course, it's proof that he really used them while he swallowed some of them out of the container right there on camera. Well, you don't know what was in that container. And just because he used it once doesn't mean that's what he used for his whole transformation. Tell him, Nova. Nova, tell him he's a damn liar. That's what Nova said. Nova, come in here. Come on, buddy. Tell him. He said he's a liar. Right there, I was talking about, you don't know what was in that bottle? Nova's like, I know. I know what was in that bottle. Plus, people are saying he's shrinking already. People are saying he's shrinking already. I didn't really see any shirtless stuff to check. I only hopped over to the supplement part. He might be, in which case we know what happened. That means he's cycled off. He might be using this stuff as a bridge, but it's not working if he's shrinking. And that's the thing. He's making money off of this. $250 a month for a supplement, and then he's going to slap his discount code on it, which means, my experience around these companies, usually that means he's going to get a 10% cut also. So for every person who buys one, he's probably going to make $25. Well, they sold their whole inventory in the first day. Their whole inventory's gone. They're out of stock. I don't know how many is that, 500? 1,000. It's going to make $25,000 off this for lying, claiming he used this stuff, which really he shouldn't be telling teenagers to use anyways, because you're still messing with your normal hormones. And I'm sorry, if you're under 21 years old, you have no business doing that. I don't care if it's currently an over-the-counter product. It will be made illegal eventually. These things always are. You shouldn't be messing with your hormones at that age. And I promise you, most of his followers are young, naive young guys who are going to jump up and buy it because Vitaly made this transformation. They won't do what he did. And he doesn't know how to train. I saw a little bit of his training footage. He's a fluff and pump guy. Lat pull downs and machine curls. All right, guys, that is not how you get big. Unless you use a lot of drugs. That's just the reality of it. Doesn't know how to train. Plus, I've never heard this guy speak before. He is stemmed up. I don't know what he used, whether that's his pre-workout kicking in, if he's always that hyper like that, if he does a little bit of blow, I don't know. But he was definitely on stems of some type. He is really hyper. It's the first time I've ever actually listened to him. But here we have it. We have a guy who normally does something besides fitness. He's not a fitness YouTuber, something like 9 million subscribers, does pranks and other stuff, jumps over, makes a fitness transformation, and shills out for a bunch of garbage, dangerous pro hormones for his cut of money. He's behaving exactly like these con men fitness guys. Pulled in the exact same hustle. And that's sad, man, that you have a guy who actually makes a really good living off of YouTube. A really good living. I promise you he's a millionaire off YouTube with that many subscribers. Making all that money, doing well, does a transformation, and then pimps these products at the expense of the people who follow him. Expense of people who follow him. That tells me a lot about who he is as a person. Maybe there's a reason he enjoys pulling practical jokes on people. Maybe he's a sociopath. Maybe he's a psychopath. I'm going to say if he's willing to jump over and take a cut on a bunch of extremely overpriced garbage pro hormones, lie about how that's how he made his transformation, and then pimp these products to kids, I don't think that's far off the mark. For what, a few grand? don't know if they sell 1,000 of them because it's got $25,000 for a guy who's already a millionaire. To hurt people, to hurt innocent people who like him and look up to him. I mean, there's a lot of us who'd hurt our enemies for 25 grand, but people who look up to him and follow him, it's going to hurt him for $20,000 or whatever he's going to make off of it. That's sad. Again, guys, that's the nature of the people we look up to on social media, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, whatever it happens to be, whatever new stuff's going to come out. They're not always good people. They don't always have your best interest in mind. Keep that in mind. There's a lot of scams and a lot of hustles. And people need to learn to step back and look at this stuff and go, wait a minute. Is this really legit, or are they just trying to scam me? And worst case, could their scam hurt me? Do they even care, or are they just in it for the money? But yeah, he's gone the route of all these shill con men fitness YouTubers, and he normally does something different. Just jump right in, pulling the same stunt. It's really sad. I don't know, maybe he can go talk to Mike O'Tren and they can try to sell some duck eggs for $700 like Mike does. They'll get along great. They should be best friends. That'd be two peas in a pod right there. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.